try to make me feel embarrassed. There are taps I've been in name, but they tell me I'm the one with problems. They're the ones who are insane, so for those who are but won't admit it, you shouldn't feel like that, cause you could be 20% cooler and 10 seconds slower. Shout it out. I'm proud to be a brony. Yeah, yeah. I'm proud to be a brony.
Hello mares and gentlecolts, my fellow bronies. Welcome to I'm Brony and I'm Proud. I've got Marley Harris with me. Hello Marley.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
I'm pretty good. Yourself?
I am so nervous-sided right now.
So am I.
Excellent. You hear that, listeners? We're both nervous-sided. So, how did you become a brony, my friend?
Oh wow, interesting story. I guess it started with me just searching the internet like normal, like the rest of us usually do. I guess it kind of started with popping up with a My Little Pony music video, one of those fan music videos. I guess I first clicked on it. It was a little weird because it was a pony, and back then I thought it was really weird, men watching ponies. So I started watching the videos, started getting more into it, and I was like, this is actually really good. Occasionally I started watching more and more, and then I started getting into some fanfics and started reading those, and I started loving it. I had no idea this was actually a TV show yet, so started watching it. And then from then on, I've loved it ever since. I've been going to meetups, I've made so many new friends, and, well, it's kind of changed my life, really, becoming a brony.
That's great! Oh, wow. I'm flabbergasted. For every brony who has a story like that, there's probably at least 10 others. We've actually got 8 million bronies worldwide. There's definitely, sub-brony culture within there. There's, more Marleys. Marley division of bronies. So tell me more about Marley. Who is Marley Harris?
Who is Marley Harris? Well, I'll say this. Marley Harris, before becoming a brony, was, I guess, a nice kid. Super shy. Never really went out at all. Never went to movies, always stayed at home with his family. Before becoming a brony, I was miserable. When I actually, became a brony, when I say changed my life, I mean it really changed my life. The first thing I did becoming a brony, I actually went to a meetup, one of our friends in Melbourne. Never been to a party or like a meetup thing, and here I was. Becoming a brony has really opened me up. I have so many brand new friends, been doing so many things I would never think I would do. I went to Sydney to go to a BronyCon. I would have never done that, not being a brony. Doing this, a radio talk thing, I would have never done something like that. I love it. Marley Harris now is more happy, has something to look forward to, and goes out a hell lot more than he used to.
That's really touching. I can relate to it myself. I think for the longest time I was the same. Especially in high school, I didn't have any friends. I was, a bit of a loner, really. I had trouble connecting with anyone. I mean, I hanged around people, but,
never really connect like you do with other bronies.
These people are so cool, and they're as crazy and freaky as I am. And it's great, because we're all like that. And it's like, I've been going through some stuff lately, and, it's a great reminder. It's like, that friendship is magic. And so, yeah, I hear you, man. I think I had my first date when I was 18.
Oh.
Yeah, quite late. Well, I don't know how late, for dating is. Turns out she went out with me out of pity. I'm still building my confidence, and I was like, wow, that took me down a few pegs. I was sitting at the front of the class, and people think I'm serious, but generally I just enjoyed studying because, well, it's all I had really going, so that's what I focused on, and focused on the arts. Because my parents, splitting up at the time and stuff like that, and to be honest, they should have never been married in the first place. If that was the case, this brony would not be here today. So, and then, gradually in uni, making friends. Then again, focus on your studies because your friends turn out to be your enemies. So it's like 2 steps forward, 1.5 steps back. Sometimes it's 2, and it's like, when they talk about the judging of character. Because there are a lot of pretenders out there. And the thing about bronies, we are not pretenders, and we are happy to shout out loud.
We do.
And I think I started to make my first real friends when I started to work at a university. And I basically had an initiation where I was made drunk the first time. People are very different when they're drunk.
Yes.
I giggle like a schoolgirl. I'm 5 years old, so that's generally how old I am inside. I'm 5 years old. Any adult experiences that I'm experiencing, yet to experience, it's like, oh my god, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But you got to keep that all inside,
Well, sometimes you just let it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully when you do, it's at the right moments. And went out on a date, it was very quickly when I announced myself as a brony, and I thought, how the hell did that happen? I think I scared her off.
Not something I find a problem with. It's just kind of hard to go out with another girl that's not a brony. Because most girls just seem to think, oh, he watches ponies? he's not a man, and it's wrong that a lot of people think like that.
And I was thinking, it's like, no matter what life throws at you, and I'm thinking, I've got my ponies. I've got 6 mares I can turn to for the lessons of friendship.
The thing I love about the main 6 is that even though it's just a TV show, smile so much. They just make you feel better.
I was bullied in high school, and I was bullied in primary school. I was bullied in uni, bullied in the workplace. Even nowadays, my God, is there a big sign on my head that says bully me? That's where the Brony fandom comes in. There's a bunch of us that are the manliest men, but we're in touch with our feminine side, and we're sensitive too. I'm the kind of person that's sensitive on the surface, but deep down, you don't want to mess with this mother pony. That might ring true for a lot of the Brony population, I'd say. You don't want to mess with a band of Bronies. Like, yeah, we take our equestrians seriously. How about you want to mess with us? Oh yeah, we're gonna go Celestia on your ass.
I'm writing a letter right now.
It's got friendship written all over it, baby.
You know how, Celestia had to banish Luna to the moon?
I still think that was too hardcore punishment. I would have really encouraged counseling first.
Counseling for you now. Some people are saying that Celestia didn't have to do that. She still has the power to raise the sun and the moon. She should be able to control her sister. The only reason Celestia was controlling the moon was because she was the only one there. Apparently, if there's only one sister there, they can control both the sun and the moon. But when both sisters are there, they divide the power in 2. Celestia controls the sun, Luna controls the moon.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is that Princess Celestia never sleeps.
That would be a problem, but then has to wake up at like 5 o'clock in the morning just to raise the sun.
It's almost like flicking a light switch. Okay, yep, sun up, sun down. So just imagine if Celestia slept in.
Oh God.
How long would a night be?
I guess all the ponies would have to sleep in.
See, there you go. But the rest of the ponies wouldn't know how much time would have passed because they rely on Celestia to raise the sun. I don't know if this is fan fiction yet, but it's definitely of discussion. Is Star Swirl the Bearded as Discord?
Yeah. I've read 2 videos proving that it's not him.
Okay, so it's conflicting evidence. It's a 50-50 split. The question is, would you like to see an episode where I swear there's a thing going on between Celestia and Discord, like they, they had some kind of relationship? The way they look each other, the way that Discord's so cheeky. I mean, it annoys Celestia more than it should. Discord is Discord. You see this twinkle in Celestia's eye, and you can't help but think that she knows him differently somehow from every pony. And
considering how long they've been alive and together, and
Exactly. And Discord was, put into stone. So literally, carbonite. Oh my God, I didn't even think of it that way. Oh my God, Discord is like the twisted Han Solo. I have just blown my own mind.
You did it again.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of good fan fiction out there, but with the show,
I've only read, should I say, listened to the, I'd like to call it canon fan fiction, and that's My Little Dashie.
Oh, My Little Dashie. I watched the video, the one on YouTube. I cried at the end so much.
I was shedding a lot of tears.
Same here, bro. The first time I watched it, I cried so much. There's the second one. Yes, it is amazing. The ending is amazing. Yes, the second one but it's made by a comic thing, and it's so good. This doesn't spoil anything, because it actually says out the front, he goes to Equestria. I won't say anything else going on there, I'll just say it is interesting what happens.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Trust me, read it tonight, it's just amazing. You may find a little trouble finding the comic. I think it's on DeviantArt, but it's good. Yeah. Difficult to part of it.
I just googled My Little Pony Part 2.
Oh my God, and that came up. And you're on the DeviantArt thing, on the same person I'm looking at, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's Neon Cabaret, yeah?
That's him or her, I don't know.
And the only thing I'd like is a PDF download of all of them.
I was looking for the same thing, couldn't find it, so I just ended up reading it.
Yeah,
there's next and stuff like that. It's good.
Yeah, I've got that right at the top of the DeviantArt bar. Fantastic. All this is good. Speaking of comics, I've read the series on through Comixology. I've read like a smaller series, but they have the huge My Little Pony series as well.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Log in, come on. My Little Pony Friends Forever. That's the one I subscribe to, and it's fantastic. Because with Comixology, you can only read the comic previously to what I've seen. You could only read the comic through the website.
Oh.
I think it's because it's for complete copyright protection, and now they've added these other buttons so I can download the PDF and read it at my own leisure. Comixology's got everything. And this is the future, really. This is the future of comics. We checking these out on our tablets, our smartphones, and read on the train. You don't have to worry about it getting damaged or anything. It's just pure, it's 100% digital. Have you heard of Hullabaloo?
No, I don't think so.
Check them on Facebook. They had a crowdfunding campaign to make a 2D animated steampunk feature.
Oh.
It's basically a guy, veteran of Disney, with decades under his belt, and he's put together this dream team. Basically, it's a steampunk story. It's a steampunk animation. They originally wanted 80k. Guess how much they raised?
How much?
460k.
460. Oh wow.
Becoming very successful, and they had excellent perks, but also, most importantly, they had a dedicated social media manager
Oh.
whose job solely is to, get the thing out there and keep people funding. So basically it's the same as the old days, which was probably 5 to 10 years ago. People didn't know you had a website unless you actually told them. But we've got this thing called Twitter, and you can tell people of your campaign or page more than the forefathers could have ever dreamed of.
Oh wow.
So basically I'm trying to help a friend out, get accounts to retweet it so they can get their followers to contribute to the campaign. You're going to get the right ones, and what is the right strategy? Still working on the formula, but you target as many accounts as possible with a reasonable amount of followers. Now I've been sort of aiming for like 10k, but I had a retweet come in for a YouTuber that has about 1,000, and he retweeted, without even blinking, which is great.
I only have 1,000 followers.
Yeah, same. Hopefully I might attract a lot more Brony ones. Unfortunately, Twitter's 2k limit on following is...
Oh, I only follow 300 people.
I follow almost 2,000. Generally, people who follow and then I follow back. For the most part, I've already sent the word out asking to do interviews with the main six. You never know. See what happens. I recently reached out to them, and it's amazing how quickly they go back to me. I mean, I had Flutter Guy come back to me. Peter New go back to me very quickly. Mr. Eop himself, Big Macintosh. Cappy's coming to PonyCon. If Peter New could come in, if they can't get the rest of the, the main six, let's get these background guys in. It'd be fantastic. So Marley, I've got a query for you. When does canon become canon? So, like a Brony becomes a Brony. We love My Little Dashie to death, and, as much as we'd like to watch it and or read it at, every time we can, if we did it so much, we would have no tears left. Now, Marley has put me forward onto DeviantArt Neon Cabaret, who's actually done comic book versions, not only of My Little Dashie, but has done part 2. And Marley, feel free to disagree or agree with me on this. It's a staple for the Brony, even, a Neo Brony. What do you think?
I quite agree with you, actually, on that.
For me, after My Little Dashie and, and then watching the series, you get curious, you want to see what's more out there, especially when you've seen on DeviantArt. You've experienced all the wobs. You've got your Living Tombstone. You've got Black Griffin. You've got, oh my goodness.
Too many to name.
Too many to name. There's so much rainbow power. It's crazy. And I seem to be part of this community that's, so awesome. There's like, I'll try and do something, contribute to it. As Marley knows, that I tend to share a lot on the Melvic Bronies community, because I guess by doing that, I'm helping the community.
That's what I think. Every time I post a picture, I think I'm helping sharing ponies. I'm making the page come more alive so people see it.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And we're seeing in the comics that have been released. Now, I've read My Little Pony Friends Forever, and there's actually a quintessential series called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which is actually into its 5th volume, as I've just found out. Just imagine what stories are in there for the taking. So, Marley, at what point did you watch or listen to My Little Dashie?
I think when I became a Brony, I think it was about a month, I'm guessing, is when I actually found My Little Dashie, because I know My Little Dashie was actually a story first, like, could read it. There was a video on YouTube, and the guy did a, live action thing, it went for 30 minutes. It had, real life stuff and, Dashie and everything, and it was the first thing that I knew about My Little Pony that actually made me cry, like out of the whole fandom. Watching that, I cried so much, and then I watched it again, and I cried more. It's probably the most saddest thing I've ever read. Second saddest thing I've ever read.
So I have to ask, what's number 1?
I guess number 1 is Twilight Sparkles ends up making a changeling. Basically, it's like a son to Twilight. When it was a little baby, that's when it was made. So I won't spoil much for it, but throughout the story, Twilight, raises it, looks after it, feeds it, plays it, teaches it. As you know, they're not friendly. A lot of them are evil. They feed off love. So throughout the end, basically Celestia has to do something about it. And let's just say it's not good. It may not sound sad now, but when you read it, and you read it from the very beginning to the end, you understand why it's really sad.
So basically, it's My Little Dashie, but My Little Changeling.
Yep.
That sounds like a tearjerker, alright. Oh, Twilight.
Poor Twilight.
If you haven't seen this, someone shared it on, I think it was New South Wales, and then I shared it across to Melvic. Someone's used floppy disk drives and has done the winter wrap-up song using the sounds of floppy disk drives. It is freaking epic. Give it a listen. It's fantastic. And it's also the Smile song.
Definitely have a listen.
Okay, so listeners, Miley and I, we've shared our experiences with My Little Dashie, and, we've come from, fairly similar backgrounds, growing up and dealing with challenges as we, evolve into sort of better beings. And that's probably the aim for should be the aim for everyone to become a better human being. And, one way to look at it is by watching My Little Pony. And probably by being a better human being is, having a balance between the masculine and the feminine. Both sides are strong and in their own right. One of the true tests of strength is allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to feel. That's definitely one part of being human, and there must be a lot of people who are afraid of this. For the longest time, the truest example of strength, well, is how many people you kill, how many people you punch, how many things you shoot. That example can only hold the world together for so long.
Or destroy it.
Absolutely, Marley, absolutely. Of course, one solution is to get everyone to watch ponies. To get everyone to watch My Little Pony. You see, we fooled you there. You thought we were going to end on the down note.
Oh no, I'm calling Obama now.
But then again, look, it is an up note. Bronies dare to be both.
Yet, we get judged for it.
But the one place that we can feel safe and loved is in our community. Marley, I want to thank you very much for joining me on this program.
Thank you for having me here.
Catch you later, mate.
See ya.
This has been I'm Brony and I'm Proud. Lucky Knight speaking. Thanks for listening. Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at IBAIPshow. Proud to be a Brony. Intro and outro by Black Griffin. My Little Pony, friendship is magic.
My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be.